Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ. And make sure you hit that like button. We are coming off of a pretty good win versus UNLV last week. But first, let's check out some recruiting before hopping into this game versus ranked San Diego State. This is a rivalry game. Looking at Andre Armstead, we are in a four-way tie or four-way race. And we actually are in last right now. But we do have him visiting the school this week along with Terrence Miller, the top two recruits on our board. So we're definitely going to need to come through in this one. Speaking of players, we are looking at our players of the game here. Malik Roberson gets the +1 boost in awareness, and then Dakari Monroe with the great game he had in the secondary, he gets a boost 1 in awareness as well. So let's look at our stats this season. I just want to take a quick look. Montel Aaron having an okay season, 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. I think he's doing enough at least to keep his job and not lose it. Malik Roberson is leading our team in rushing, 429 yards, 7 touchdowns. Tyler Nevins isn't that far behind, but he's definitely in the second position there as far as rushing attempts. Looking at our receiving core, it's pretty even, and this is what I didn't expect, to be honest. I thought Bailey Gaither was going to lead our team in receiving, but it turns out that there's a lot of guys that are kind of clumped together. Ty Cottrell's leading in yards, while Josh Oliver's leading in catches. Then looking at our defense, this is one position where I thought that we might need some help here a lot, and especially in recruiting. Looking at Bryson Bridges, he's not having a great season with sacks, only 1 sack on the season, and our leading sack getter is only 4 from Owen Roberts. So we're actually going to make a switch here. We are going to switch out Bryson Bridges for Cameron Alexander. This is a very unorthodox move, sitting your best player overall and putting in a guy that's literally rated 19 points below him. But we want to see what Cameron Alexander can do. He is a sophomore redshirt. I imagine that he's going to be the starter come next year. I don't really know who else could be in his place, but maybe Terrence Miller if he does commit, but we'll see. So let's hop into this gameplay. They do have a star running back, Juwan Washington, San Diego State. They are ranked number 24 in the nation. This is also a rivalry game, also a conference game. There's a lot of implications in this game, and you can look at their running backs here. They're all pretty decent, but we definitely got to win this one, especially with recruits coming this week. This is definitely a must-win for us. So let's hop back into this game. Here is the quarterback, Chapman, as he scrambles out to the right side and getting tackled that time by Ethan Aguayo, the junior. So now on a 3rd and 4. Under center this time is Chapman. Going to drop back to pass, looking to the right side, and that ball is going to be dropped. So Trey Webb moved him to the nickel corner position, and you see he makes the play there, and we get the punt. So now coming back out on offense, here's Montel Aaron under center, throwing out to the right side, and this time going to find Josh Oliver for 10 yards, and we eventually do pick up the first. So now on a 2nd and 11 from the shotgun, throwing the ball deep over the middle, and that's Josh Oliver, the senior, again for the 27-yard reception, and he's got 3 receptions already so far, and this is going to be hard to replace him. I'm hoping Matt Pollard can replace him at tight end, and we do have a freshman, Junior Fioca, who is coming up from a redshirt status next year. So we are going to have 2 freshmen probably at our starting tight end. So now here's Malik Roberson inside the 5 and picking up a gain of 5 as we make it 1st and goal on the inch-yard line. So now on the next play, throwing the ball to the right side, and that's Josh Oliver again. And he gets his first touchdown reception of this game. And we make it a 7-0 lead to start this game versus a ranked San Diego State. So here they come back out onto the field. You know they're going to give the ball to Juwan Washington, and we do get the stop in the backfield, led by Owen Roberts and cleaned up by Jesse Ozuna, the junior. So now here on a 3rd and 13, running the screen pass to the right side. Here's Jasmine, this time the backup running back, and he's not getting anything, tackled by Ethan Aguayo, and we force the 2nd punt of the game. So now coming back out on offense, here is Montel Aaron in the shot, going to start out this next drive. Going to scroll out, run out to the left side, and he's only throwing for a loss of 2 on that. That's actually a really errant throw. So now on a 2nd and 12, Throwing the ball out to the flats this time to Josh Oliver, only picking up 4 as we get it down to a 3rd and 8 here on 3rd and 8. Here's Montel Aaron throwing across the middle, and that's going to be tipped by Troy Cassidy, and they force the punt. So now they get the ball right back. That's actually Montel Aaron's first incompletion of the game, so pretty good start for him. But San Diego State does get the ball back. Here's Tim Wilson on the 8-yard reception, and they move the ball to about the 30-yard line on this carry with Juwan Washington. I don't know why I keep saying Juwan Johnson, but Juwan Washington moving the ball. So now on the next play, here is Washington up the middle, and he's picking up a gain of 12. As you can see, he's starting to heat up in this one. So now on a 2nd and 7, hand off to the right side. Here's Washington cutting back, and he finds a cutback lane, gets upfield, and Dakari Monroe is going to chase him down, but not before he gets a gain of 33 and gets it to the 20-yard line. So now 1st and 10. Here's Chapman once again giving it to Jasmine, this time the backup running back, and he's picking up a lane. And this has been the weakness of this defense, the rushing, stopping the run. I mean, this has just been the Achilles heel of this team. But now inside the 10-yard line, here's Jasmine, but this time meeting Jesse Ozuna as he's off to a pretty good start in this game. So now on a 2nd and goal, play action fake. Here's Chapman once again throwing out to the right side. He's finding his leading receiver, Fred Trevelyan, for the touchdown, and they tie this game up, led by that rushing attack, 7-7. So now back out on the next drive. Here's Malik Roberson getting a carry with dual running backs in the pistol formation, in the shotgun formation, and we pick up a gain of 8. So now on a 2nd and 2, throwing out to the left side. This time it's the senior Trey Hartley. He picks up 14, and that's enough for a 1st down. So now on a 1st and 10, here's Ty Cottrell. Haven't heard his name yet so far. He picks up a gain of 5 on the jet sweep. I like to give him the ball in space. So 2nd and 5. Josh Oliver here. He's getting a slant route over the middle and running over the safety and picking up 14 as he is now over 50 yards receiving in this game, 6 receptions already. So now on a 1st and 10, here's Malik Roberson getting to the outside. He doesn't have the elite speed. He's only at 88 speed, but he shows it there and picks up the 1st down. So now on a 1st and 10, here is Trey Walker in the game, and the true sophomore picks up 10 yards on that reception. Probably going to be one of the starters come next year. So now 2nd and inches. Here's a counter play to the right side, and there's Malik Roberson picking up 5 yards, and that's enough for a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 inside the 15-yard line. There is a nice throw to Trey Hartley. He gets smacked at the goal line, but take a look at this throw. Just a perfect pinpoint throw behind the linebacker in front of the safety, and that's a 1st and goal. So now on a 1st and goal, handing the ball off to Malik Roberson. He's getting into the end zone for the touchdown, and that is going to be a 14-7 lead here for San Jose State. So here is Christian Chapman under center this time, throwing out to the left side, finding his tight end Kahale Waring as he picks up almost 20 yards on that one. So now 1st and 10. Here's Juwan Washington this time, getting swallowed up by Ethan Aguayo. What a year he's been having. So now 2nd and 12. Here's Chapman once again. This time going to scramble out, going to use his receivers to move the linebackers. He's going to pick up a gain of 13 on that. So now facing a 2nd and 12. Past the 50-yard line. Here is Chapman. Clean pocket, going to throw out to the flats. Going to find Justice. He's going to break a tackle, and he's going to make his way up for 15 yards. J.R. Justice. So now 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line. Here's Washington getting a handoff one more time. He's going to find a lane and get upfield close to the 10-yard line as he fights off a tackle from the sophomore Jonathan Leonard Jr. and gets brought down. So now here's Washington on the next play, cutting back, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. That's 10 yards out, and Washington he has the vision. You can just tell he was on the Heisman list earlier in the season. He's definitely slipped off of that a little bit, but he's definitely on the fringe of being on that Heisman list. So here, back out on offense, here is Ty Cottrell getting going on the next drive, and that's a gain of 20. So now 4 minutes left in this first half. Dumping it back over to Roberson, and there he is picking up a gain of 6, getting going in the passing game. And that's something that we haven't done too much of. We don't run too many screen passes, but I do want to get him going because it does add another element to this offense. So now 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Here's Montel Aaron finding Roberson again. Here he is upfield and getting 10 yards as we eventually do move the chains for the first down. So now Montel Aaron past the 40-yard line, throwing out to the right side. That's Ty Cottrell, the senior. As I keep talking about how hard it's going to be to replace him, we don't have many speed guys, but we have a couple, but not many that are going to be the future of this team. That's definitely going to be something that I want to look into recruiting come in the future. So now on a 3rd and 2, throwing back across the middle, I saw Malik Roberson wide open, and that was actually to him, and that's severely overthrown. So we do go for it on a 4th and 2, and there is Roberson wide open. Nobody covers him, and he gets in for the touchdown. That's 16 yards, and wow, we couldn't have got a better present there the day after Christmas, and we pick up the touchdown. So now they do have 3 timeouts left, 30 seconds left. This has been horrible for us this year, as we've been giving up points before half with a little bit of time left, but that time he throws the ball away. So here's Chapman throwing across the middle, and that one's going to be hit and dropped by Trey Webb as he forces the incompletion. So now 3rd and 10. Here's Chapman this time facing a blitz, and he's going to get hit by Ethan Aguayo, and that is going to be a punt as we have 3 timeouts left. So they do punt the ball away. 11 seconds left in this half. Can we come up with some points here? Throwing the ball across the middle. Montel Aaron's going to find Josh Oliver, and he's going to get out of bounds at the 12-yard line. And actually, we're going to get 3 points on the board before half. And what a swing there. We had 30 seconds left. They had 30 seconds left with the ball, and we turned that into 3 points our way. As wow, we go up 24-14 at half. So now to start the second half, here is Malik Roberson starting out with the ball, and he's starting out in the 5 wide, getting the jet sweep on that one, and that's a gain of 7. So now 2nd and 3, throwing the ball across the middle. That's Trey Hartley. He's got a lot of room, and he's going to make his way to the 50-yard line as the senior shows his speed and playmaking ability on that one. So now on a 2nd and 15, here's Montel Aaron rolling out to the left side, gonna throw all the way across the field, and that's Ty Cottrell. He's open by himself, and he takes a big hit at the end of that play. But take a look at Montel Aaron rolling all the way to the left, has the presence of mind to throw all the way across his body, and a wide open Ty Cottrell moves the chains. As wow, what a gutsy throw, and that makes it a first down. So now on the next play here on a 2nd and 10, throwing the ball deep, and that's going to be overthrown to Trey Hartley. As man, if that was on target, that was a touchdown. So now 3rd and 10, here's Montel Aaron rolling out to the right side. This time going to throw deep to Ty Cottrell, but that's going to be overthrown as we now had to settle for the field goal, as we have a pretty good kicker, and he knocks that one through and makes it a 27-14 game. So now here is Christian Chapman on the next drive, giving the ball off to Juwan Washington. He picks up 14 yards, and that's a first down. So now Washington getting the handoff this time on a draw play, but this time it's going to be swallowed up as they move it to a 3rd and 5. Here's Chapman from the shotgun this time, running slants, and he's going to throw to the left side, and that's his leading receiver, Trevelyan, as he hasn't had a great game, but, I mean, just doing enough as San Diego State is predicated off of this run. So now on a 2nd and 5, throwing the ball to the right side. Here is Waring once again, and he's going to pick up a gain of 24 as he moves it inside the 15, and they're set up once again in the red zone. So now here's Chapman throwing out to the left side, and that's going to be picked off by Trey Webb. And what a play by the sophomore, as while we have a pretty good safety core, I am so glad we have these guys. These guys save us. And Trey Webb, moving over to that nickel position, comes up with the interception. So now on the next drive, here's Malik Roberson getting the screen pass, and he possibly could have broke that one, but he does run into his blocker. So now on a 3rd and 4, throwing out to the right, left side, and that's picked off. Trey Hartley was supposed to get that pass, and look, he's wide open at the start of this play. It's just underthrown by the quarterback, Montel Aaron, as they get set up right back in the red zone after that interception. So now 2nd and 3, here's Chapman throwing out to the left side, going to find Macklin, his receiver that time, his 3rd receiver, as he picks up 6 yards on that one. So now on a 1st and 10, here's Washington getting the handoff, getting up the middle. He's picking up a gain of 9 as they move the ball inside the 5. So now 2nd and 1, here is Washington getting the handoff, but this time Caleb Oaks is going to be there for the stop. as he's had a decent season. I'd say he had a better season than Bryson Bridges, that's for sure, especially at the defensive tackle position. We need that. So now here is Shane Coleman getting in for the 4-yard touchdown reception, as Chapman's only completed 10 passes up to this point. As you can see, their running attack has definitely carried them. So now here to start the fourth quarter, giving the ball off to Ty Cottrell on the jet sweep, and he picks up 10. So now here's Montel Aaron going to throw deep over the middle, and that's a wide open Josh Oliver. As how do you forget about that, man? The same thing happened before half. This is the same exact stick and nod as he gets open, wide open down the field to the 15. How do you forget about our leading reception getter on the season? So now on a 2nd and 19 after a penalty on first down, we're getting a big gain from Trey Hartley on that one and picking up 16 yards. So now here on a 3rd and 3, running the counter, and we're going to pick up a gain of 6 as we continue to move this clock. So now 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Malik Roberson getting the handoff up the middle. He picks up a gain of 1, and he falls into the end zone, and that makes it a 33-21 lead as we do line up to go for it on a 2-point conversion. Rolling out to the right side, and we get tackled from behind as Montel Aaron doesn't have the elite speed, and he gets sacked on that one. So now if we stop him here, it seals the game. But here is Washington. He's had a pretty good game running the ball this time, and there's Isaac Tagia on the cleanup duties as Washington picks up a gain of 13. So now on a 1st and 10, here he is, another hole up the middle. He picks up 11 on that, as that one puts him at 146 yards in the game off of 20 carries. So now here is Jasmine, the backup running back, getting in, and we finally get a little bit of a stop, 2-yard gain as they move to a 3rd and 4. Here's Washington getting the handoff up the middle, and he makes a move, and he chooses a right hole, and he picks up a gain of 26. I mean, it seems like when he gets the ball, he is just hitting the hole like no other. His vision is amazing. But here's Chapman on the next play, scrambling himself, and he's picking up 16. And that's enough for a touchdown. As wow, Christian Chapman doesn't even need to throw the ball much in this game, as this running attack has carried him. And now they kick the ball deep to Ty Cottrell, the senior. Here he is picking up a nice gain on this one of 46. And that sets us up with pretty good field position as we make it to the 44. So now we're trying to get the running game going on our own. And here's Malik Roberson picking up a gain of 17 on that. But it's clipping on the offense, so it's coming back to the 40. So now on a 1st and 10, here is Roberson getting another carry up the middle. He's getting a gain of 10, so he's getting a lot of that back as we get it to a 2nd and 5. So now at the 48-yard line, here is Malik Roberson getting the handoff up the middle. He's going to take it outside and get tackled for a 3rd and 1 attempt here. So now Tyler Nevins, Malik Roberson in the backfield, this time giving it to Tyler Nevins, and he's picking up a gain of 12, as now they have used 2 of their 3 timeouts, and we eventually get them to use their 3rd. So now on a 2nd and 1 here, moving the ball up the middle, and Tyler Nevins picks up a gain of 11, and they don't have any timeouts left, and that pretty much seals this game. As wow, what a game from Malik Roberson. He had a pretty good game running the ball, but also receiving, as he has 3 total touchdowns in this game. And I gotta admit, you know, a big play for us in this game was Trey Webb's interception, because that kind of broke the momentum. Even though we turned it right back over, it broke the momentum of that San Diego State team. They were kind of rolling there, and we kind of came up with the turnover. But, you know, one thing I do want to do, I want to give salute to the secondary of this game. There wasn't many throwing lanes for Chapman, and they did a pretty good job. Even though San Diego is a running team, we still didn't allow any big plays, and I got to give credit where credit is due. Josh Oliver has a big game as well. 9 receptions, 137 yards, and a touchdown. That's a pretty big game from a tight end, as we had no drops in this game. I can't stress how significant that is, especially when giving a team a chance, especially when San Diego State is rated so much higher than we are, and they're ranked at that. So we complete the upset and win the rivalry game. So we actually move to 2-0 in rivalry games this year. That's actually huge in recruiting, as I hope that this game actually has made a good impression on the visiting prospects in Andre Armstead and also Terrence Miller. We will need those guys, so hopefully they do commit to our school. So looking at San Diego State, I think the one thing that killed us was that rushing attack. Juwan Washington was a beast. Chapman really didn't do too much. He threw only 17 times, but 2 touchdowns. But Washington went over 172 yards. This is definitely something we want to address in the future, just stopping the run as we've struggled all season long. So we're not done here, as we do have, I believe, 3 games left in the season, and 2 of those games are going to be conference games, as if we keep winning after this upset especially, we might be in the conference championship. So you don't want to miss any action coming up. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. San Jose State, can we keep this streak going? So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.